Is Vegemite really that bad? Truth behind the Aussie spread. If you've ever heard about Australian food, chances are you've already come across this dark, mysterious spread called Vegemite. It's one of the most iconic and controversial foods to ever come out of Australia. But why does it have such a strong reputation? What does it actually taste like? And how are you even supposed to eat it? Today, let's dive into the salty, yeasty world of Vegemite. Not by tasting it ourselves right now, but by understanding why it's both loved and feared across the world, how it's meant to be eaten, and how it became such a core part of Aussie identity. So sit back, relax, and keep watching until the end because this little jar of brown paste is a lot more powerful than it looks. And hey, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Aussie food stories, and drop your comments below if you've ever dared to try it. Let's begin with the basics. What even is Vegemite? At first glance, Vegemite looks like chocolate spread gone horribly wrong. It's a thick, dark brown paste with a strong smell that might remind you of soy sauce, beef stock, or that one cupboard in your kitchen no one dares to open. But despite its intimidating appearance, Vegemite is not a prank. It's actually made from leftover brewer's yeast extract, combined with various vegetable extracts and spice additives. The result? A very salty, umami-rich paste that's packed with B vitamins and has no sugar. Yes, you heard that right, zero sugar. This is not Nutella. Not even close. Vegemite was first developed in the 1920s, during a time when Australia was seeking a local alternative to the British Marmite. It was invented by a chemist named Cyril Callister, and over time, it slowly became a staple in Australian households. By the time the 1940s rolled around, Vegemite was included in soldiers' rations during World War II. That's right, Australians were literally raised on this stuff both at home and on the battlefield. So if you're not from Australia and you're wondering why Aussies love this so much, simple, they grew up with it. For them it's comforting. It's familiar. It's their salty slice of home. But here's where things get interesting. While Australians adore Vegemite, people from other countries often react with confusion, or terror, or both. Why? Because most people don't eat it correctly. Yes, there is a correct way to eat Vegemite. In fact, it's so specific that if you get it wrong, you might genuinely think it's the worst food ever invented. Let's talk about the wrong way first, just to get it out of the way. A common mistake made by tourists, food vloggers, and curious people on the internet is eating a spoonful of Vegemite straight from the jar. That's like drinking pure soy sauce for fun or biting into a bouillon cube. It's intense, overwhelming, and not at all how it's meant to be consumed. This is the kind of experience that gives Vegemite its gross reputation. But honestly, if you try it like that, you're basically asking for a mouthful of regret. Now for the right way. If you ask any Australian how Vegemite is meant to be eaten, you'll probably get a very serious answer because there's a method to this madness. Step 1. Start with a slice of hot toast. It has to be toasted, not plain bread. Step 2. Add butter. Real butter. This is important because it smooths out the strong flavors and adds creaminess. Step 3. Use only a small amount of Vegemite. Not a thick layer. Not a generous smear. Just a light spread. As Aussies say, you don't spread Vegemite. You whisper it. When done correctly, this combo of crunchy toast, melted butter, and a subtle touch of salty Vegemite is actually pretty tasty. The saltiness becomes balanced, and the umami flavor turns into something comforting and rich, especially with a cup of tea or coffee. But toast isn't the only way Aussies eat it. Let's look at some of the other popular Vegemite combinations that might surprise you. First up, Vegemite and cheese toasties. This is a classic Aussie comfort food. 2 slices of bread, butter on the outside, a light spread of Vegemite inside, plus a few slices of cheddar cheese. Toast it in a sandwich press and you get a warm, cheesy, savory snack that tastes way better than it sounds. The cheese melts into the Vegemite, creating a bold, satisfying flavor. Next, crackers with Vegemite and avocado. Yes, avo lovers, Vegemite made it to your snack table. A small dab of Vegemite on a cracker topped with creamy avocado actually works surprisingly well. The saltiness of Vegemite lifts the flavor of the avo, and the crunch ties it all together. There's also the scrambled egg method. Some Aussies mix a bit of Vegemite directly into scrambled eggs while they're cooking. It gives the eggs a savory depth, almost like they've been cooked in a flavorful broth. It might sound strange at first, but it's basically the same idea as adding miso or soy sauce to enhance flavor. It's a little kitchen hack with big taste. Now, would you believe that there's even Vegemite-flavored chocolate? It's really... A few years ago, a limited edition Cadbury chocolate bar came out with Vegemite mixed into the caramel filling. It was polarizing to say the least. Some loved it, others were deeply disturbed. But that's the thing about Vegemite, it's bold. It doesn't care what you think. Let's also take a moment to talk about the nutritional aspect. While it might taste like something invented by mad scientists, Vegemite is actually considered nutritious. It's rich in B vitamins, especially B1, B2, B3 and folate. And because it contains no fat, no added sugar and very few calories per serving, some people even consider it a healthy addition to breakfast. In fact, it's sometimes recommended to people who are low in B vitamins. Just one thin spread a day can give your energy levels a little boost without adding extra sugar to your diet. Vegemite has even been involved in controversy at times. In the past, some media reports falsely claimed that it had been banned in parts of Australia due to its high vitamin content. These stories weren't true, but they added to Vegemite's mysterious and slightly rebellious image. So how do Australians really feel about Vegemite? Well, it's a national treasure. It's in nearly every pantry. Kids grow up eating it on toast. Some people even travel overseas with a jar in their luggage because they just can't go without it. But even within Australia, not everyone loves it. There are Aussies who'll admit they never touch the stuff. Others will defend it like it's their childhood teddy bear. It's personal. It's cultural. It's one of those foods that connects you to home whether you eat it daily or not at all. Outside of Australia, Vegemite has earned its reputation as one of the weirdest foods ever invented. It often appears in strange food lists and taste test videos online. And let's be honest, the reactions are usually hilarious. Watching someone take a huge bite of Vegemite toast for the first time, especially if they overdid it, is almost a genre of content all on its own. So is Vegemite really that bad? The honest answer is, it depends. If you eat it wrong, it can be a shocking, salty, bitter mess. But if you eat it right, it's savory, comforting, and deeply satisfying in its own unique way. It's definitely not for everyone. But it's also not just some novelty food or prank ingredient. For many Australians, it's a daily staple. For others, it's part of their childhood, their identity, and their breakfast routine. At the end of the day, Vegemite is a perfect example of how food can be both cultural and emotional. It's not just about taste, it's about tradition, memory, and that strange comfort we find in foods we grew up with. So the next time you see a jar of Vegemite at the store or in a YouTube challenge video, remember, it's not here to please everyone. It's here to be unapologetically Aussie. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Australia's most iconic foods, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tried Vegemite or if you're brave enough to try it one day. Until next time, don't fear the smear.